Commanding the offense with 7 to shoot. The in and out dribble. Oh! Hailey Van Lith gives the Sky the lead.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Welcome back on in, everybody. And let's talk about this, y'all. So let's talk about this. So I was just talking about in the last video. I was just talking about Grace Berger, for my Fever fans out there, who, just like me, we're following this girl, hoping that she'd be able to play on the team with Caitlin Clark and all of that stuff. But it's just one of those things where it just didn't work out for Grace, and she ended up, on the Minnesota Lynx, who the Chicago Sky were facing tonight. So let's turn our attention to Hailey Van Lith, because Hailey Van Lith had, some more opportunities out there on the court to prove herself. Now, Hailey Van Lith is making this team. She's not one of those players that really have to fight for a roster spot. She will be on this team, but it was just another chance for her to get out there and show her talents and, get some minutes. You know what I mean? So basically what we had today was, it was Angel Reese's birthday. So she had a nice performance on her birthday, 19-8. Team got the win for her as the Sky won 74-69. The whole starting lineup I thought did pretty well. Ariel Atkins was very impressive. I really believe Ariel Atkins is one of the most underrated moves of the offseason. I think a lot of people kind of overlooked that. I think mainly because they traded the number 3 pick. It didn't look good, but this actually ends up being probably a difference-making move for the Chicago Sky for this season, man. You got a 3-and-D player in Ariel Atkins who got 10 points in this game, 4 assists, 1 steal. She's a defensive demon, and I really do believe that's going to be a key pickup for them. And the other key pickup is Courtney Vandersloot. Boy, oh boy, do this offense look crisp with Courtney Vandersloot. Guys, Mila and Reese are going to be dynamic this season in that front court because of Sloot. Sloot, they finally got a point guard in there who plays like a point guard. Feed them the ball and stuff like that. Now I can see why Angel Reese was so damn happy to have Sloot in the backcourt, because this girl is going to feed him. It's going to help out Mila a lot to get the ball on a lot of different possessions and stay engaged in the game, because that's like a big thing with her, is keeping her engaged in these games. So starter group did really well. Now, this game was predicated on me in the last 5 minutes of the game, because that's when all of the girls were trying to make the team. We saw, like I was telling y'all earlier, we had Grace Berger on the other side, and Hailey Van Lith was able to have a few different possessions when she went against Grace Berger. So it was just a great game to cover. And Hailey looked so damn comfortable, even though she had maybe a better box score game with the stats on Friday against Brazil. She actually had a really good performance, especially towards the end. She made plays for the Sky that helped them win this game. Her and Alex Wilson towards the end made some really good plays. I thought the energy was really good from Maddie Westbell. Oniwere was also pretty good down the stretch. Jessica Carter, she was in the game late. I think Morgan Birch was also in the game late. They had a lot of good contributing factors towards the end of the game. I'm going to talk about Tyler Marshall in a little bit, because I got some good things to say about him so far. Hailey Van Lith, though, was really good on defense. She made a really key play against Grace Berger late, where she had a stop against her. It was Grace Berger's only turnover of the game. She turned her over on a, like, she got real physical on defense, made Grace Berger fall and lose the ball. turnover Sky, and I'm not sure if it was the possession after that or not, but that's when she got the three. That was her only points of the game. She got that big ass three, and that was huge for the Sky. Alex Wilson was also hitting some clutch shots towards the end as well. Hailey Van Lith finishes up with 5 assists, and that's going to be one thing that the Sky are going to be looking at when it comes to Hailey is how she distributes the ball, especially when she starts playing in the starting lineup. Whenever that happens, I think Sloot, as long as she's healthy, is definitely going to be starting. But Hailey Van Lith, once she starts to play with Mila and Reese in that starting lineup, it's going to be curtains, man. Hailey also had a block in this game. Her defense is unreal. I've been saying this one thing about Hailey Van Lith. I think it's really close between her and Caitlin Clark as defenders. I do think Hailey is slightly better at keeping herself in front of guards, despite her size, because she's smaller than Caitlin, but she can still keep herself in front of guards very well, because she did it to Grace Berger. Grace Berger had some size on her, and she kept Grace Berger in front of her like a couple of times down the stretch of the game, and really made the difference. So Hailey Van Lith looked really good, man. This is why I said the Sky they low-key killed it with this draft, bro. I thought they had the second best draft, and Hailey Van Lith is one of the main reasons why. She's looking pretty good to me so far, man. And she had like 17 minutes. She didn't even shoot the ball that much. She wasn't aggressive in shooting. She was only like 1 for 3. So you can't really say just because she had 3 points, that she didn't do much. She just really didn't look for a shot. She was looking to distribute, pass, and facilitate. Because one thing about Tyler March, you're going to pass that ball. So one thing I'm noticing from the Sky right now, and I think this first game of the season is going to be very exciting between the Sky and the Fever, is that the Fever are playing the same way, where they're sharing the rock, they're spreading it around and stuff like that. Nobody's holding the ball for more than 5 seconds. I was noticing that from Kelsey Mitchell. She was not. If Kelsey Mitchell did hold the ball, it was to shoot. It was not to do the dribble like she been doing. I didn't notice that. I didn't see her doing that in that game against Brazil. And if she could continue to do that, Kelsey Mitchell's going to have in my opinion, I think Kelsey Mitchell's going to have a much better season in my eyes than what she had last year. Because it feels a little different this year with Kelsey Mitchell. I'm going to have to make a video about Kelsey Mitchell, because I was actually impressed with Kelsey Mitchell on Sunday and the things that she did when she was playing that game. But we'll make a video on Kelsey Mitchell. Probably, if I don't do it over the weekend, maybe when the season starts, because I got to give her some credit for the way she kind of changed her game up. I noticed she changed her game up a little bit. But anyways, Hailey Van Lith, right? She really looked good, man, and I'm super impressed at the way she has already adapted. She looked even more comfortable in this game than she did in the Brazil game. Obviously, that's the first game jitters, all of that stuff, but she looked really comfortable. Just handling the rock, getting out there and passing the ball and stuff like that. She's in a really good spot in Chicago, bro. She's in a really good spot right now, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from her. Let's talk about the other rookie, Maddie Westbeld. My girl, Maddie Westbeld. She had 9 minutes, so she was out there on the court a lot. Was never really in a position where she could get any kind of shot or scoring off, so she had no field goals today. But she contributed in other ways. She got 3 key rebounds down the stretch. What she was doing, she brings what she always does. The defense. She'll go in there and get rebounds. She'll do all the dirty things, man. The stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. And I think Maddie, one thing that Maddie will show you too, she has the ability to dribble out of the perimeter. There was one play where she saved the ball and she started dribbling right off the perimeter to save the possession for this guy. And that's key, because she saved the possession. And so when you got players that can do that, they got that kind of skill where they could dribble and keep the ball from going out of bounds. I think that's a really good sign for the Chicago Sky, man. Going forward with Maddie Westbrook, if she's able to stay on this team. Now, they got a lot of cuts to make. Nobody knows what's going to happen to her. I hope she stays. They introduced her to the media and stuff like that. I actually think she'd be huge because the one thing about Maddie is she could play the 4. And so she could, or the 5. I think she's tall enough, man. She's 6'3". She can relieve Reese and Cardozo. You know what I mean? She can relieve either one of them. And she's obviously versatile because she can also play the wing. So she can play anywhere through 1 through 3. I think she's got ball handling skills where she can play the 4, but they're obviously not going to play her at the 4. But I think Maddie has a lot of different skill sets that definitely could do well for the Chicago team. So far through the first 2 games, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Maddie Westbell. She's hustling. I think she's doing very well out there. The team is benefiting off of her pretty well. I like what I'm seeing, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And both girls are +2 from the court today for Van Lith and Westbell. So let's talk about Tyler Marsh real quick. Tyler Marsh, he has transformed the Chicago Sky team. They get out and shoot, and it's basically what you see from any team in the NBA, a team that plays inside out. And I noticed this is kind of like Asia Wilson with the Aces. They give it to her, and she got shooters surrounding her, so they could shoot it. They could put it out back to the shooters. This team has they got a lot of scoring, bro. They got nothing but 3-point shooters. It is a totally different Sky team. Last season, if Kennedy Carter did not go off in certain games last year, this team was dead. They had no kind of scoring last year. This team has been completely upgraded in one off season, and it's been very spectacular to watch how much how much Jeff P has upgraded this group, man. And Tyler Marsh, in the way he's coaching them to spread the ball, to pass the ball around, something we wasn't even seeing from this team last year. If they can keep someone like a Rachel Banham, I think that'd be real good because she can shoot the 3. And she could just stay in spots where she could look for getting the 3 and all that stuff. I think it'll be great. Man. Beck Allen, man, she looks really good. She looks really good right now. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing from Beck Allen. She's definitely going to help off the bench as well. So this team right now, man, they're very versatile. If they can make the right, like, one player that I'm looking at, that I'm looking to see if she makes the team or not, is Morgan Birch. I think her size and stuff like that can definitely help any team. That's someone that if the Fever got anybody from free agency, Morgan Birch would be an interesting pickup for the Fever because she can knock down threes too. I think she's going to be interesting. Alex Wilson's going to be very interesting. I feel like they need another backup point guard, even though they have Hailey Van Lith now. I feel like they could use another guard. But I don't know if Alex Wilson's going to make the team or not. So, yeah, the Sky looked pretty good, man. I'm very impressed. They went on ahead and won this game. Very good game in the final 5 minutes. If y'all can find this game, man, watch the final 5 minutes, man. It was pretty good. But go on ahead and give me your thoughts on this. Give this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this one. Aces Angels, y'all. And we will talk about this game again because this time they go to Minneapolis on Saturday. So we'll talk about what's going on in that one. But again, thank y'all for watching this one. Aces Angels.